Alright everybody, welcome back to 2018. I think this is my first video for the year. As you can see, I'm working on some stuff. Car has been sitting since October. This year there was not much water leakage because I put a couple of tarps over, and for the moisture, a nice little bin of kitty litter, and did a nice little clean job. But now weight reduction, so I took out the ODB2. I'm not the ODB2, the onboard computer. No, I'm not doing an airbag delete. It's actually on the ground right there. I tried to take the steering wheel off in October just because I wasn't going to drive in this way so nobody would steal it, and I couldn't get the steering wheel off. But so this is going to go in here, and then I'm going to get like one of those little push-in things that has the cup holders, which will go right there. I am going to do an AC delete. I'm probably going to take the heater out and all the heater components. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this here for now. This is a single din Kenwood, which I want to replace with one of those I think it's like Joying 10.3 inch touchscreen single din. It's for like, I can get it for like 300 bucks on eBay. It comes from overseas. But so weight reduction, obviously that's only like a pound. That's not going to do anything. The air conditioner, the condenser, the auxiliary fan, the bracket, I think that's going to be about 25 to 30 pounds. Whatever I can take out for the heater, that I'm going to take out. I'm getting a fiberglass or carbon fiber hood, fiberglass fenders, and I will show you what I'm doing with the back. I'm going to make a custom seat for that guy right there. So I took out the rear seats, I took out the bottom bench, the sound deadening. Since I got a 4-inch foam, I don't have to worry about that. I have I took out Kaiser, come over here. I took out anything that was not being used out of here, and the 4-inch foam I'm gonna get to cover this area. Then I'll make a nice little back part, and I might just, because it is 4 inches thick, I might just cut it to cover this area, or I might make a separate piece to go here. So it might be a 3-piece, so 1, 2, 3, or just a 1, and then somehow make this cover that. And then for the trunk, what I'm gonna do is cut probably, that's where the chassis frame is, so I'll probably cut like right here. This is actually where I've had the line mark, and I'm gonna cut all that, cut underneath there, just go down a couple inches, cut here, through there, all around here, under there, come back, cut all this, and then I'm gonna lay some cardboard and just leave it like that. No, I'm kidding, but lay some cardboard and get it nicely tucked in where there's no gaps, and then use that as a stencil onto aluminum. And I'll get some professional to do the welding, because I have never done any welding and I'm not a welder. So I'll just do all the prep work, and then I can just get a professional to weld it. I might get some steel to go from here to there and here to there as extra support on top of the sheet of aluminum, but the sheet of aluminum is going to be really thin. It's not going to have much support. But yeah, that's going to be the upgrade for this. Now this, I'm thinking, is going to lose at least 15 pounds. The car originally weighs 3,350 pounds. Not sure how many kilograms, but last time I weighed this, it was 3,015 pounds. My goal for this year is going to be 2,835 pounds. So that's more than 500 pounds over stock. To have that, that's incredible. But this is what your trunk looks like when you've taken everything out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a lighter battery, so that's gonna knock off 25 pounds. What else was I gonna do here? I've taken a lot of stuff out from there already. Now the front, if I can pop this, definitely not going to need the windshield washer. All those AC pipes and hoses are going to come out. The condenser is down there. I'm also going to try to get the headers put in, which will also knock off another 5 pounds. And yeah, we'll see what happens. That should be a nice little weight reduction. So I'll show you guys once I have all the stencils cut out for the back here, and I'll show you what it'll look like minus the cushion. So this for me would be the third step, I guess. First step would be to get the foam and material that I'm going to cover it in. Second step would be to gut it out. And now third step, so I made the stencils. What I'm going to do is have the bottom cushion go in underneath the back cushion, and now it's 4 inches, so that's going to be 4 inches up. There'll be a 4-inch gap back there. What I'm going to do is I got some thin particle board. I'm going to make a nice sheet that will go this way, and that'll be the cover for this kind of thing. And I will have that probably going to use Velcro, 2-way Velcro straps for the bottom and the top, so it can easily be taken out and cleaned. Now nobody's going to sit back here other than my dog. I'm going to move that seat belt holster into where the other one is supposed to be, right there. So yeah, there's the stencils, and now the next step would be to put these onto the foam and cut them out and test fit. So I'll be right back with the next step. Alright, so I guess I should have started the video a little bit earlier, but took off the bumper, took out the auxiliary fan and the condenser, air conditioning lines. The next is going to be, I don't know, forgot the name of that thing, what the belt is hooked up to. Is that the condenser? I don't know, but got rid of all that stuff, and it's pretty heavy. Like, this has got to be at least 30 pounds. That thing less than 3 pounds. And what I'm gonna pull out is gonna be, let's see if I can see it, that thing right there. So that whole unit is gonna come off and should be at least about another 10-15 pounds. But oh man, it was a lot of work. Kind of just sat on the ground and got it done. But yes, I did get it done, and that filter is pretty damn low. But no, I'm not gonna hydrolock my engine. I don't drive this thing in the rain. I don't drive it when it's wet. It's not gonna hydrolock, don't worry. But that being said, I might once I have full storage for it, I'm gonna make it into a complete roadster. Like, take off the top, get rid of the windows, wipers, anything that I don't need, the hardtop motor, the tonneau cover motor, all that stuff. I'm gonna take it all out, and I just want this car dry with a nice motor. So I'll probably be having this thing sitting at about 2,600 pounds and 300 to 350 horse. So not sure what I'm gonna do with the motor. People are pushing me towards a turbo, one of those eBay turbos. I'm thinking about a stroker, but I've got a couple other projects on the way, which I will show you. There's a little bit of it, but yeah, I'll show you that in the next video. Alright, so here we are back, day 2. I took out the bracket. I mean, sorry, not the bracket, but I took out, I think it's the condenser, could be wrong, or compressor. I think it's a compressor, but yeah, I took off the compressor, and now I'm gonna take off that bracket, which also weighs a ton because it's not really doing anything, just sitting there. So I'll take off that bracket, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, taking the bracket off was unsuccessful. I shredded one bolt, which is trying to hide underneath, but shredded one bolt and now it's kind of stuck in the bit. I shredded a second bolt, which is right there. So the first one was right there, the second one's right there. I'm not even gonna try with the third bolt, and then the fourth one right there. I'm not even gonna try. And I tried to get my drill to drill them out, and I can't even get a proper angle. So when I get the headers put in, there will be focus. There will be more space. So, so yeah, there will be more space, and hopefully we can do some moving around at that time and get those bolts out. But I know that this thing is heavy because those bolts did not want to come out. I'm gonna guess 12 pounds because it's like got the tensioner on there, and it's a bracket that holds the condenser, so it's got to weigh more than the condenser or compressor, whatever it's called. So I'm gonna put everything back together and I'll be back. So may not have gotten that bracket out, but I did get still a lot of other stuff. This little brace, which is for your bumper, is 15 pounds. I was thinking about playing around with it, but that's not something you would want to mess with, since that's, you know, your protection. If you hit a pole, it's like an absorber, so this will spread the shock throughout the bumper. But I am gonna put that grill back on, of course. So this came out all together as one with the lines. I also took out the windshield washer and the lines, and I'm pretty sure that's the compressor, that's the condenser, that's the auxiliary fan, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave that out or not. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff which has been pulled out. Let's see. So yeah, the rear seats, those are the rollover protections. They weigh about 20-25 pounds each. I'm planning on doing a custom roll bar. I don't want it to look tacky. I'm thinking of like a 500 SL style, like the Mercedes 500 SL style roll bar, something like that. Or I might go like the thinnest, strongest tube I can go. Not a full roll cage, but just enough so that if I do flip the car and I'm in there with the passenger and my dog, we don't get crushed. So that's the main thing, because I can duck, the passenger might not know what to do, but my dog will definitely, actually he's in the back seat, he'll be alright. I'm just worried more about the passenger. He'll probably just duck, like, you know, because he'll be harnessed in. I got a proper harness for him. He's gonna have 2 seats in. So this all came out. Trunk, back seat, pretty much that it, yeah. And then those are like the tail light covers. I'm probably gonna leave those out. Seat belts came out. I don't know, I might weigh all this stuff and see how much it all weighs. There's still also those plastics you can see in that bin right there. There's the little plastic pieces from the trunk. There's the middle armrest place for like the ski box. Also took the ski box out. I don't know, I might throw all this onto the scale, but my scale's not legit. But the car is supposed to weigh 3,350 pounds. The last time I weighed it was just before I parked it with the back seats. Or sorry, without the back seats. The trunk was loaded, so it was, I think, what was it, 3,015. So now I've taken all this out, plus everything that's outside. I'm pretty sure I dropped 200 pounds. Well, not me, but the car. And I'm supposed to get the fiberglass hood and fenders. That'll be at least another 20. I gotta get that bracket out, which will be another 12. I don't want to take the heater box out. It's a big job, and I'll just do it one day when, I don't know, or like sometime in the winter when I have a garage, and do it over the winter, like, and not have to worry about it. Like right now the sun is coming out and I kind of want to get my car ready, so I'm gonna put the front end back together. I still haven't finished the back seat. But and that's gonna be the new sub that goes in the car, Type S. I still have the same deck. I'm gonna get a nice box that will fit. It's like an 11-inch gap where the tonneau cover bottom and like the trunk is, so I'm gonna try to fit a speaker box in there, which will house that Alpine. And then I got a MTX, I think 800 watt amp. But yeah, so that's my bike, in case you guys are bike guys. It's my little cruiser. So next part will be fixing, or not fixing, but getting the seats upholstered. Now, if you guys have seen, I don't know if I showed the fabric or not, but I have fabric that I purchased from the fabric store. But if you guys have seen those doggy hammocks for the back seat, I also have those, so I might cut one of those up or just put it one piece and glue the entire foam together. Whatever looks better and is most efficient, because that fabric, the doggy hammock, is waterproof and I can clean it. If I glue that fabric onto the foam, the one that I have right now, it's kind of like done. Like, I spent $100 on the foam and I kind of want to reuse it, so I don't know, we'll figure something out. But I'll be right back with the finishing up of the rear seats. Alright, so you see that little tunnel I cut, which goes right there. I'm gonna need just something that will fill in that gap right there. Not sure. And then this looks okay. And then up here I made a third piece that will fill that in. So 1, 2, 3 will be the same fabric, and I don't know how it's gonna look. Alright, so here we are, day 5 of, like, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks since I've been doing this, but finally got another dry day. And what I think I'm gonna do is cut it all into just one piece and then fold this top part into here, because this comes off right here, and if I can fold that into there, that'll hold that in place, and then I will glue this in place, and I think that will do the job instead of doing it individually. I might cover the cushion in a sheet first, like a waterproof sheet, like a plastic vinyl or something. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. I was planning to put more like foam cushion underneath the original cushion, just so that there's some leverage, but I don't want it to be like sinking and I'm always adjusting it. So what I'm gonna do is I made a little template here. This one also fits on the other side, so I got some I don't even know what you would call it, like particle board over there, which I'm gonna cut, and that will keep it, sturdy enough so when my dog jumps on there, it's not gonna get all bent out of shape. So I'm gonna cut these little templates out, and I'll be right back. So this is what I did. Made a cardboard template and then cut this board out. It was so thin I can just cut it with a X-Acto knife, and I did that on both sides. And I'll probably put something in there to hold this in place so it won't move around. I'll do the same on the other side. And now I'm gonna cover the foam with padding. I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what I've decided to do now. This is like dog hammock waterproof, stain resistant, easy to wash. So for the bottom part, I'm gonna put this down. I try to wrinkle out or take out some of the wrinkles with an iron, and I think I messed it up. But that will probably be reversed, so it goes on the back part here. So yeah, this is that stain resistant waterproof stuff. So this is gonna be on the bottom where my dog is gonna sit, and any stains or nothing, I can just wash them out. I don't have to worry about replacing it. I'm gonna glue this on straight to the foam. And now I do have another one of these. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use it for the back part, but I'm definitely going to use it for the bottom because it's easy to clean, and since only my dog's going to be using it, that's pretty much what I need, is something easy to clean. So I'm going to glue this on and I'll be back. Alright, so I didn't do it all at once. I did like the first 6 inches, and then I'm going to do the rest of it. I probably only did it like up to, but yeah, maybe it would, actually no, not even halfway, like right there. And now I'll let that dry, and yeah, I don't really want that crease there. So the thing about this is when that gets the sponge wet, the sponge kind of molds into that shape. So what I'm gonna do here, since this is gonna be the front, I'm gonna like put a little bit of extra here so it gets really wet, and I can make a nice little half circle, or not half circle, but like a nice curve, so it doesn't look like so boxy. But yeah, I'll be back. Alright, believe it or not, we are done. So this is what you have. Now on the bottom I used the waterproof dog hammock. I tried to use it for the back, but the second one that I had was different. It had like a zipper and some pockets in it, so I just put the material that I bought originally on there, tucked it into like that seam right there. So this is gonna come off no problem. That will lift off no problem. I have a harness for my dog which he'll sit right there. One belt will go to the bottom harness, another belt will go to the top harness, so he'll be planted right there in the middle. And I don't know, you know, but this probably took me like 6-7 hours, but my first time. I tried to get the wrinkles out, but this thing was folded, and I tried to iron them on concrete. Didn't work, and I don't really have the patience, so I just left it how it is. And well, because I know I'm gonna have to end up doing something to it again, so we'll see how it goes. Now next, I gotta clean that up, put the airbag back on. I need to find a hood. Oh, lights are on. I need to find a hood. I got all the wheels, and these are the new wheels that I got, but not new, but used off Craigslist for $200. And then I got some Nankang rubber on the back and some Falcon on the front. But I ordered the trunk filler plate from Hard Motorsports, and I have a grinder coming. So once I get the filler plate, I'll figure out how much I'm gonna cut out, and then I have to figure out what I'm gonna do once I cut this area, because they don't make a filler plate for that. So I don't know, it's supposed to rain for like the next week here. I'll be back when it's dry, and once I have the grinder and filler plate. Alright, it's honestly been 2 weeks since the last clip. I really need to start vlogging more often, but I kind of wanted to make this video all in one project kind of thing. But I'm sitting inside the back seat. It's been finished, it's been carpeted. I'll show you guys everything at the end, but I took that thing off, the speaker cover, because I'm gonna pull out the carpet. I'm gonna do a carpet delete, but that fabric that I am using, go down right here, see it right there, I got another 6 yards of it, so I'm thinking I can put 3 yards here, 3 yards there. That will reduce the nasty appearance of a deleted floor, and that fabric that I bought weighs nothing. And then if you Google E36 waterproof floor mats, you'll see these waterproof floor mats that they go from here all the way down. They're cut, they're nice and molded to there. They're made for an E46, but I think I'm gonna get them and use double-sided tape and tape them so the front will look nice, and then the rear will have all that fabric that is the same as that. So I started it with ripping out the carpet you have to take out that thing first, that latch for your hood. And the reason I want to rip out the carpet right now is because I have to drive this thing tonight, and if I put the seats in and then put the seats out, that's just more work than I want to do. So I thought about taking the carpet out nicely, but it's not going to because I can't get this bolt to come out, so I just ripped it right there. I got the X-Acto knife. I'm pretty much just gonna cut it like straight, do a nice little line, and then I don't know if I'll do the passenger side today because I don't have to bolt that seat in, but I will have the driver's seat taken out. The driver's side carpet taken out, and then I will lay that fabric that I purchased. And then I also have those floor mats that will go over that. The reason I am driving the car tonight is I just insured it yesterday, and I need a hood. So there's this guy 25 minutes away who's got a hood. I'm gonna drive to his house when it gets a little bit darker. Oh my god. And then what else? So yeah, then I'm gonna do the power steering delete with I forgot who the brand was, and I have the trunk filler plate from Hard Motorsports, and I sold my door panels yesterday, and I'm gonna order the Hard Motorsports door panels as well. So I'll be back in a second. We'll see what this looks like without any carpet. Alright, so this is what it looks like when you take out the bottom of the carpet. Now keep in mind, like, this is not level, none of this is level. Obviously this isn't, and they always have the carpet is molded, so this would be down a bit, but it's so thick. Like, look at how thick that is. It was even thicker in this spot. But yeah, I'll give you a slow pan of what it looks like. The only dirt I found was right there. Other than that, it was pretty clean and dry. Of course, it didn't smell so great, but I've seen worse. So that speaker wire was running this way. Now I'm just gonna run it directly that way. Shout out to the Migos. And I'm gonna cut this because I really don't have time to pull this all out and do it right now. But what I'm gonna do is just cut the rest of this out, and then I'll lay my fabric down, put the mat down, and try to make it look as stock as possible. Because I'm driving without the hood. I don't want to get pulled over. If I get pulled over, the cop looks at my car, he's gonna send me for an inspection, and that's what I don't want. So I'll be back once I cut this out and lay the fabric and possibly bolt the seats in. Alright, so this is what it looks like. You can still see a bit there, but my goal is to just make it look like it's not a carpet delete when a police officer looks down like this. I probably could have done a better job cutting. I didn't do any measuring right there. I just kind of cut and whatever, double-sided tape it right there. But I'm gonna have to take it back apart anyways to do the passenger side, and I'm obviously gonna make this look a little better. But yeah, so fingers crossed I don't see a police officer on my 30-minute journey to go pick up my hood, because if you look at that I am gonna put the airbag back on, but no panel there and no hood. It's ridiculous. I know I'll get a vehicle inspection, and I only paid $300 for the car. A vehicle inspection here in Canada is $350, I believe, and then on top of that all the expenses. But This is how much I took out from just the passenger side. And the speaker cutout, which I'm not going to put back in. That little cover that covers the speaker. So yeah, I am going to have to take this back apart and make the carpet or that fabric go all the way up to the top and do a better job covering this. Cut that, but I want to go pick up the hood so I can at least start driving this thing on the road. There's some things I want to do, but I only ran this fabric down to there and I didn't finish it back there, so I only want to do this today because I hate bringing these seats in and out, but I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna go put this back together, and tomorrow I'm gonna start my fan delete and electric fan conversion, as well as the power steering delete, and I'm going to start working on the tire well delete with the hard motorsport panel, and then I'm also going to order my door panels tomorrow. But I'm going to put this together, go pick up the hood, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Alright, so I just realized that this video is getting very long, and I still have a long list of things to do. So I still have to do an oil change. I have to pull out the carpet on the passenger side. I have to add the fabric. I still have to do the door panel work. What else is I have to remove the manual fan, and I want to put in an electric fan. This is the electric fan, and then it's going to be controlled by a Hayden electric fan controller. I have the belt for the power steering delete, and then this is that little thing that you buy to keep the circulation going in your in the rack. And I don't know if I'm gonna take it off yet, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the belt on, leave the power steering on, see how I like it. If I don't mind it, then I'm going to go ahead and put this on, because I really don't want to do it twice, and those bolts will probably break, taking off the power steering pump from the actual engine. So I will put this belt on. I'm going to wait on the removal of the power steering. This is that tool you have to buy to get your your fan clutch off. And then I still have to put that in. That's the filler for the plan. What else is there to do? Oh yeah, I also need to put the headers in, install the stereo. So I don't know how the sub is going to sound. Before I had it in the tire well and it sounded great. So now I have a audio controller. I mean, not an audio controller. This reads decimal meter. So this is a decimal meter. There we go. Sound level meter. Plain simple. This way I can put the sub in different places and figure out where it's going to be the loudest. Let's see. So I also need to replace this battery, because I'm going to cut that well out. So what else is left here? I'm also going to remove the extra pulley that was connected to the compressor, the AC compressor, and take that pulley off. The bolts are going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to try to cut the bolts and see if that works. If not, I'll go down to Home Depot and I'll buy some bolts. But if you guys are going to order a hard motorsports tire well cutout, have them package it a little bit better, because obviously you can see that damage there, and that corner is lifting up. I'm just gonna get like a rubber mallet and hammer it down. I'm not too worried, because at the end, once everything is done, no, I don't have, oh, there it is. Once everything is done, I'm gonna coat everything with this, and I'm gonna leave the H logo because my first name starts with an H. It kind of looks cool, to me at least. And obviously when you do a tire well delete, this is something, you know, if say it's the middle of the night, this should at least get me home, and then I can just drive my other car to get the tire fixed. And let's see. So yes, this should be part 1 of the weight reduction, and hopefully I want to get this stuff done within the next 2 weeks because we have some continuous days of sunshine and warm weather here. So the next video will be in about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if I've told you guys in the past video, but like, comment, let me know your feedback. If you guys have done anything like this, what to watch out for, what to do, what not to do. And make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of builds. I actually have another build waiting, which will be in the 3rd video. So make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.